that. All righty, guys,
There
we
we
are
go.
live here. This is the Unprofessional Wrestling Show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. Long ass show that a lot of you guys are going to be listening to, asking questions for. We are not professionals here. We are unprofessionals. We don't fight ourselves in the squared circle. So I can't call myself a professional wrestling podcast. I have no info on the backstage news. All I have is what the dirt sheets tell me. And what the dirt sheets tell me is a lot of bullshit. So guess what?
Yes.
We're unprofessionals. This is a pilot episode. And if you guys like it longer, I don't even care if you guys like it because we're unprofessional. So if you guys don't like it, it's fine because I'm still going to be doing it with my good friend Michael over here. Michael, how are you, my friend?
I am doing great. And by the way, that should be TNA's motto. If you don't like it, we're going to do it anyways because I'm Dixie Carter.
That is TNA's model, man. You don't. Speaking of, let's kick the actual show off and actually talk about TNA. So, Michael, you know how TNA is doing this Bound for Glory, or not Bound for Glory, World Title Series, right? You know how TNA.
Yeah.
All right. So TNA is doing this World Title Series. If you guys don't know, this is the wisdom of TNA Impact Wrestling here. So at Bound for Glory, they gave Matt Hardy the championship, but instead, like EC3 was all like, "Oh, Matt Hardy, you stole my title, blah blah blah. You can't wrestle as champion anymore." And then all of a sudden, Matt Hardy relinquishes the title, and then all of a sudden, he's allowed to face for the title in this World Title Series. And I'm saying to myself, what was the point? And the reason being why they did this is because they didn't film anything at all as Matt Hardy as their world champion when they do their TV tapings months back. All these matches that you were seeing are 3 months fucking old. That's pathetic, man. They're taking matches that are 3 months old.
So dumb. I fucking hate it so much. I mean, if you go on the video of Matt Hardy relinquishing his title, look in the comment section of the TNA fanboys trying to defend it. It is so awful.
And
They're like, oh, it was part of the storyline.
Wait for the storyline. What storyline? There is no storyline. They already taped the storyline 3 months ago. So
according to them, there is one though. Like, oh, it makes perfect sense. I don't know why you can't see it. I mean, Matt Hardy had to relinquish the title. It was an injunction. EC3 is a good heel.
He's so good of a heel. He didn't even make the finals of this TNA title series. Now, if you guys don't know, we already know who the new TNA World Champion is. We're unprofessionals, so we don't give a fuck if you guys get pissed off about the spoilers. The spoilers don't matter, especially when it comes to TNA. Like, if you're getting upset over TNA spoilers, stop it. Stop it. So, TNA, after doing months of this World Title Series that they're going to be showing on Destination America, furthermore, and people not really giving a fuck, they give the belt back to Bobby Lashley. I'm not joking here. Bobby Lashley and Matt Hardy are the main event. They're the ones that fight for the world title. SmackDown 2005 called. They want their mid-card match back.
Exactly.
That's for the world title. So what's the point? Michael, what is the point of giving Lashley the title here? So much for building up Drew Galloway and EC3. Hey, if you were going to give the belt back to Lashley, you might as well have just kept him champion for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But no, it's like, okay, we're going to give it to Lashley. That makes perfect sense. I mean, he wasn't in the feud with EC3 or Drew Galloway or anything. I mean, it just makes sense to TNA fanboys, I guess. There's a logic that WWE fans and other wrestling fans just don't get that they do.
Yeah, it's weird how TNA fans think. It's like they have something in their brain where it just like ticks to them where they're like, you know what, that makes sense. It could be like the most dumbest thing in the world. And they're like, you know what? That storyline makes sense. Like they support like such the weirdest shit. I'm just like sitting there saying like, how do you guys like Bram? I don't know how anyone like Bram. I don't know how.
No, what motherfucker wakes up in the morning and goes, you know, I think Brodus Clay would make a great champion.
TNA fans. That's that. They just all look at Brodus Clay and they'd be like, oh, WWE dropped the ball on him. Maybe because WWE knew that he wasn't that talented, so they dropped the ball on him.
Dropped a disco ball on him.
Somebody call my mama. Yeah, have you seen his video? Speaking of Brodus Clay, have you seen his videos of him like he hates John Cena? Like apparently Brodus Clay has a beef with John Cena. And so like his mama called for his cousin to come over, and then his cousin came over just in John Cena gear. And it's like, okay, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, I'll hook you up with like Tyrus shirts. I wouldn't want a fucking Tyrus shirt. I'd rather take a John Cena shirt than a Tyrus shirt any day of the fucking week.
Exactly.
Fucking Tyrus, dude. Brodus Clay. What's Tyrus going to do? Like, why are they having this world title series if they know Tyrus is the number one contender? Wouldn't it be great heel heat just to give Tyrus the belt and just say, like, yeah, Brodus Clay is our champion? That's great heel heat right there. Tyrus doesn't even earn it. He just freaking gets handed the title. That'd be great.
Right, and TNA fans like, hey, stop riding Vince's cock. Brodus Clay versus Bobby Lashley is the greatest match of all time.
Brodus Clay versus Bob. Hey, man, that could have main evented ECW in like 2008. That would have been a great ECW World Championship match. He would have been part of the what was that faction called with Elijah Burke and Monty Brown?
New Breed, New Blood, something like that.
Yeah, New Breed. Kevin Thorne was in it too. He was fun little folks. But yeah, if you guys have any topics that you guys want us to talk about, leave them in the comment section. You guys are more than welcome to ask questions. Keep them pro wrestling related though. If you ask me questions not pro wrestling related, I'm not going to answer them. Sorry, that's what the Q&As are for. This is a show where we talk about news in professional wrestling. So other breaking news that are going on, I guess, in wrestling that I haven't really covered. John Cena is looking to take a break. You know, he's going to take a break from professional wrestling. He's going to host like a reality TV show for fat people to lose weight. Like we don't have enough of those on TV. And that's pretty much all we got to know is that John Cena will be gone till mid-December. Now, Michael, is there anything that makes us think that this will help the WWE with John Cena being gone for 2 months?
No, I think what they're planning on doing is like, well, he's burnt out, so we're just going to bring in a bunch of 50-year-old part-timers to take his place to boost ratings, which it's not going to.
We're going to have The Rock come out, guys. Come on. You got to love The Rock. Stone Cold.
Like, yeah, but it's like The Rock is the only draw that they could possibly have, but he's not going to wrestle or anything like that. It's just like he's going to show up, and he's going to leave for 4 months, he's going to come back, whatever. Ratings aren't going to go up.
He just comes out, has like the segment of the year like he did with Rusev, and then just fucking leave.
No story.
The sad thing is, too, because like if John Cena's gone, like, it's sad that John Cena will be gone for a longer period of time than most of his injuries because of a TV show. He's filming a TV show, and he's going to be gone for that long. But yet when this motherfucker, like, tears a bicep or breaks his neck, he's only gone for, like, 4 weeks. I'm like, people don't understand. John Cena has a broken neck, and he was only gone for 4 weeks after breaking his neck. What the who like, people like to call Kurt Angle some fucking cyborg. John Cena was gone for 4 fucking weeks after breaking his damn neck.
Not even cancer can stop Miss Nation.
No, nothing can stop the Nation. John Cena. We were talking about this on the Indo Rope Show thing. Like, is John Cena the greatest WWE champion in the last decade?
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then you said Triple H.
Do you think I said Triple H because I think Triple H has better title reigns than John Cena? I can't think of any John Cena reigns that actually lasted a good while where I'm like, hey, that was a good reign. Because look, past 2009, what did John Cena do as a champion? Can you tell me what he did as champion? I can't even think of most of his title reigns. If you told me to name all 15 John Cena world title reigns, I probably could, but I can't tell you what he did as champion during that time. Like, oh yeah, that title reign, he did this and this and this. So like, to me personally, most of his title reigns are jokes. And I think Triple H is a better world champion than him in the past decade because a lot of his title reigns actually helped the young talent. Look at Jeff Hardy. Great Khali got a good rub from Triple H. There's a lot of people that got rubs from Triple H, damn it. So I think I think Batista is even a better champion in the past decade than John Cena.
I actually remember Batista's run, whereas with Cena, like, past 2009, like you said, all I remember is, like, him giving it to Del Rio and taking it back, like, a month later, and then giving it to Punk and then taking it back. And it's like, okay, you can't do that with this championship. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's all John Cena's title reigns are. It's just like month-long title reigns where he's like, okay. Like, remember in 2009 when like Orton and him were like just switching the belt every pay-per-view? Like, this pay-per-view you win, Randy. Then I'll win the next pay-per-view. And it was like, oh my fucking God. Like, you guys keep switching the titles back and forth. I get it that you're trying to like add suspense to the pay-per-views and saying this is why you should buy them because you never know what's going to happen. But oh my God, what's the point? You're just giving these guys title reigns that mean absolutely nothing to their careers.
Right. Like, I remember it was like Cena won at SummerSlam or something, and then Orton took it back at Hell in a Cell, and Cena made him quit at Breaking Point, and then they had the Iron Man match, and it was like, this is ridiculous.
I think it was Orton retained at SummerSlam, then Cena won at Breaking Point, and then Orton won at Hell in a Cell, which surprised the fuck out of me. And then the Iron Man match. That Iron Man match, like if you guys want like a funny wrestling promo to watch, just watch that video package. Like I just love how they call John Cena and Randy Orton the rivalry and the way they edit it to make it seem like when John Cena returns at the Royal Rumble 2008, like Randy Orton was in the middle of the ring, like all shocked and shit. Like he was in the match. Like it's just so funny how WWE makes John Cena and Randy Orton like this big time rivalry, but no one's gonna remember it. No one's going to remember John Cena and Randy Orton as a rivalry. We're just going to remember how sick we were of these guys touching and beating each other up all the time. John Cena and Randy Orton, most overrated rivalry in professional wrestling history.
I remember Sheamus versus Orton more than I remember that. Hell, I remember Bram versus whatever more than that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what do you think is the most overrated rivalry? Do you think Cena Orton is, or do you think there's another rivalry that could be considered overrated?
Ooh, until I can think of another one, I'm gonna say Cena Orton, but I'm sure there's something out there that I just not sure.
Yeah, it's hard because like there's so many like bad rivalries, and especially in today's WWE, like even Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Look at that a year later. Who benefited from that rivalry? Let's be honest here. Who benefited from the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose rivalry? If we look at it a year later.
And what sucks is I feel like Ambrose could have benefit, but then they're like, nah, we're just going to pull you back to the mid-card immediately after. And it's like he's like hopping back and forth from it, and it's ruining him.
Yeah, if you look at it, Michael, look at a year ago. Hell in a Cell 2014. Dean Ambrose was main eventing the pay-per-view with Seth Rollins. Now, he's on the pre-show. He's on the pre-show facing the Care Bear and Luke Harper.
The Care Bear.
That's his name. I'm not going to call him by his gimmick. He doesn't have a name to me. Trash big man wrestlers don't have a name for me. It's Care Bear, Garbage Man, and Deer in the Headlights. Those guys don't ever get called by their kayfabe names.
Brown Snowman or whatever the hell his name is.
Oh, God, fuck him. But yeah, no, it's just like when you look at Dean Ambrose, it's like his career is going backwards. It's not going forward. It's going backwards.
Right. What they really need to do, I want him to feud with Orton. I want him to cut the crap with the fake lunatic bullshit. Like, give him a mic, let him say what he wants to, rather than making him seem crazy.
But what's crazy about Dean Ambrose? That's the question. Why is he a lunatic? What makes Dean Ambrose a lunatic?
Oh, he's a lunatic because Michael Cole says he's a lunatic. I mean, TNA logic, right?
So if Michael Cole calls him a lunatic, that makes him crazy. What makes Michael Cole the say-all be-all? Is it because he's the voice, the quote-unquote voice of the WWF?
My sources tell me that Luke Harper is the face of desolation, and the other one's the face of destruction. I'm like, where are you getting this information?
Yeah, like, do you think? Yeah, Bray Wyatt went up to you, Michael Cole, and it was all like, "Hey, Michael, these are the new names of the people." It's like that's unrealistic. I don't see Michael Cole going to Bray Wyatt's dark little corner in the arena and asking him questions and being all like, "So, Bray, what is the names of Luke Harper and this new guy that you brought in?" and stuff like that. I don't see fucking Michael Cole asking those questions. Or like when he talks about Stardust too, because Stardust is supposed to be in like some galaxy far away when he does this thing. Yeah, Michael Cole went on his rocket ship and freaking go visit Stardust before Monday Night Raw.
I heard Stardust, and he's out of this world there, John.
Yeah, no. So like to me personally, like I don't know what Michael Cole's doing. Michael Cole is a dumbass. He's a goober. JBL's a goober too. I miss Booker T on commentary. I thought Booker T was one of the better commentators in the last like few years. Because like he just didn't give a shit what he was saying. He would just say whatever the hell he wanted, and it was good.
Right? Like Bray Wyatt would come out and he'd just go, "Oh, shucky ducky quack quack," and make funny jokes. And that's all we need.
JBL pretty much saying business is about to pick up here, and it's like, what do you mean business is about to pick up? What's picking up here?
I called him out on that on Twitter, and he blocked me. I don't remember what I said. I think it was at the Ascension, how he like buried them a year ago when they came on the roster, and then like a few weeks ago he's trying to put them over, and I'm like, okay, you don't believe this. Quit doing this and drink your Mountain Dew for once. Goddamn. And I checked my thing the next day, and I'm blocked from him. I'm like, okay. Even Michael Cole can take my criticism.
No, that's a sad thing too. If you watch the Night of Champions pay-per-view again, it's so fucking sad. Like JBL and Michael Cole have not touched their Mountain Dews, and like Jared and Keem Waller's is completely fucking empty. And I think one time during I don't know what pay-per-view it was, but I remember this was on commentary where like Jerry Lawler's like, "Yeah, I'm drinking my Diet Dew."
Yeah, I think it was SummerSlam.
and then Michael Cole's all like, don't drink too much of that because then you have to go to the bathroom." And then Jerry Lawler's like, oh, don't worry, I can hold it. And then later on, Michael Cole's like, or you can just get up and go to the restroom like Booker T did during the show. I can just.
Funny thing that I remember, it was on a pre-show. I don't remember what pay-per-view, but Kevin Owens came up to like the pre-show panel. And he talked a lot of shit. Then he stole one of their Mountain Dews and walked off. It's like, you're not going to drink this anyways.
Oh, speaking of Kevin Owens, there was like this Comic-Con panel that I was watching. Kevin Owens was on it, and they had like a smart water bottle. I swear to God, Kevin Owens, like, take a shot. Every minute, he was drinking out of that smart water bottle like he owned it. He was like, oh, gotta stay hydrated. Like, every question, he's like, yeah, you know, I'm here to, like, wrestle for my family. This is what I got to do. I got to wrestle for my family, and I got to do a good job and all this other stuff. Screw you right back in your stupid book. Like, it was like, what the fuck? I was all like, why are you drinking out of that water bottle? Like, he was drinking out of that for the longest fucking time. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe how many times he was drinking out of that water bottle.
Right. It's probably like secretly vodka because he can't put up with WWE shit, so he has to be like drunk every time he's around everyone. Well, I think wrestling, well, Cesaro.
Who do you think the one guy that comes to work like just? I think Randy Orton probably comes to work like fucking buzzed every time because he just doesn't look like he gives a shit anymore.
No, not at all. There's nothing left for him to do, anyways.
Yeah, like what can Randy Orton do anyways in WWE besides like feuding with the quote unquote young talent? Like, what is there for him to achieve?
Right. Well, feuding with Sheamus, don't forget that. You know, feud of the year, right?
That's the greatest feud of all time. It's a very physical feud that we will always remember. Every time they fight, it's a memorable fight.
See, no, I can be on WWE Creative. Now all we need to do is throw in the black guy with the trumpet, and that'll be entertaining and fresh, right?
Exactly. Just have the black guy look like an idiot on television. Why make black people look serious or be dominant? Like, they just have to do dance moves and be stupid the whole time.
Right.
Like, I like the movies. Don't get me wrong; they're entertaining, they're like primetime players are like the same thing. They're just goopy dudes. Like, none of the African American wrestlers are like serious or entertaining. Like, Apollo Crews is coming out there like, yeah,
right.
Oh,
it sucks too. I heard hype about this guy, and I'm like, okay, he's really. I don't remember what match or whatever it was, but I'm like, okay, he's really good in the ring, and he's really charismatic. Now I just need to hear his mic skills, and he comes out on the microphone. He's like, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, well, that ruined it for me. It's like you got the athleticism of Shelton Benjamin, the look of Bobby Lashley, and the mic skills of like fucking Cesaro. It's nothing.
No,
yeah.
No, like all he does, like he's like, yeah, he's just like, whoa. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
you need like a '90s promo behind him. Yeah, radical, dude. Like Black Ninja Turtle.
Black Ninja Turtle, yeah, pretty much, yeah. That would be his gimmick in the '90s. But yeah, even him, like, you can't take him seriously because he looks like he's so goofy. Like, he smiles all the time. He's always happy. He's like, I'm about to do a power bomb on you. Yeah! And he's smiling, doing a power bomb. It's like
Wonder powers activate, shape of, work rate, and then does a moonsault.
Exactly. Where my back was injured during the whole match, don't worry, I'll do like a standing moonsault, no problem.
At least he doesn't do in the Indies. He'd follow that up with a shooting star press standing, and WWE wouldn't let him do it. Yeah, like he would do the gorilla slam, and then he'd do the standing moonsault, and he'd get right back up and do a shooting star press.
I never watched Cruz in the Indies. That's what he would do. He would do like a moonsault.
Yeah, it's like I had no idea who. Like, I had no idea who this guy was, but everyone's like, ooh, Uha Nation is going to be the first African-American WWE champion. I'm like, who's this fucker? So I look him up, and I'm like, wow, that finisher's really cool. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this guy at TakeOver. Great match. Really good, like, charismatic, good to, like, get with the fans and everything. And then he grabs the microphone, and I just cringe at the smiling.
Yeah, I'm here, yeah. Apollo Crews. It's like
Apollo Nation.
He's like too happy, man. He's just too happy for me. I don't know. I can't get behind it. Like, I can't take him seriously enough. He's always just super happy for no apparent reason, Apollo Crews. But yeah, Uha Nation, that's stupid too, that finisher, because I bet just so many people kicked out of that standing moonsault to a shooting star press. Like, that sounds so dumb hearing someone kick out of that. But why won't they let him do this standing shooting star press? Is there a reason why? Is it like
I don't know, because concussion stuff and whatever, like a standing shooting star press, I think they're too scared to let him do it.
That's true. Or maybe they can save it for like a bigger spot down the line because that's what WWE likes to do.
Right. And Apollo Crews with a smiley splash there.
I can see that too. He just smiles too much for me. I don't get it. But speaking of Apollo Crews, he has a roommate called Ricochet. You guys don't know who. He's like Neville, except he can't do as much as cool stuff as Neville. He's like a taller Neville. Let's just say he's like taller than Neville. I think he's a pretty well-known guy on the independents. He has a character on Lucha Underground known as Prince Puma, and WWE was looking to sign him before Lucha Underground got the second season, but I guess he's under contract for with Lucha Underground for 7 years. He's under contract for Lucha Underground in 7 years.
Like 7 years?
7 years, yes, for Lucha Underground. Now, here's the thing that I'm wondering. Lucha Underground is barely on season 2. They didn't even know if they're going to season 2. How did they sign this guy for 7 fucking years?
He's like, yeah, our company's gonna last that long. I mean, they have the TNA lasted 12, right? Lucha Underground's gotta last something.
Yeah, but like, how did he know? Like, who signed someone for a 7-year deal, and who accepts that where they don't know? Because like, apparently, if they would have signed Ricochet, he was gonna get bolted to the main event scene against everyone's favorite Finn Balor.
It's ridiculous.
What? You're not excited for that? That work rate in that match, dude. Come on.
The 630 senton. I mean, isn't that his thing?
Yeah, 630 senton. He also does a thing where he like, I don't know what it is, but he dives over the turnbuckle post and does like a fucking, I don't know what it is, like a Fosbury flop or whatever it's called. Like he does like a weird ass move over the top rope.
Isn't he also the guy that does that double rotation moonsault thing? Like,
yes, he is.
It goes back to what you said. Like, they have to kill each other to get a crowd reaction. It's ridiculous.
That's the work rate, man. Hey, that's the work rate of professional wrestling. You instead of like actually telling a story and being really, really physical and all that other stuff, you just have to kill yourself. Go do moonsaults through tables that won't break. Just do a bunch of boxes, and one day you'll get it.
Right, you'll be a star on Botchamania. That's how it'll work out.
That's all that matters. You make it on Botchamania. That's like making it to the WWE nowadays. You get your name out there somehow. But yeah, so WWE looking to sign a Ricochet. And here's my thoughts on it. Look, we have too many Ricochets on the main roster as it is right now. Like it's not like the dude's not good or anything like that. He's fine. He does a good job. But seriously, him going to WWE, he will get lost in the shuffle like everyone else. He would have no place. At least with Lucha Underground, him as Prince Puma, he has a place and he has a role and he has a meaning. So I don't see why you would have Ricochet. If you're Ricochet, I don't see why you would go to the WWE. You would just stay where you're at and freaking milk the money that you can from AAA, Lucha Underground, and all the independents, because you're just going to get lost in the shuffle. There's too many Prince Puma / Ricochets on the main roster as it stands.
Exactly. And I mean, more power to Lucha Underground if they really stay open for 7 years. I'm not too familiar with it. I watched maybe one match, and it was like the Prince Puma versus Johnny Mundo one night, whatever. It was pretty good. But, like, yeah, I agree. We have way too many people who are like him on the roster, and he's just going to be another Neville where he's feuding with random people where it doesn't matter, and Michael Cole apparently knows things about him or whatever.
Ricochet is one of the NWJP junior champions of the world. It's like, what the fuck? Like, did you Wikipedia that before the match, Michael Cole? But
my sources tell me his name's Ricochet because he's a former Mucha Lucha AAA Underground champion there, John. Like, who cares?
But the one thing I will say about Lucha Underground, I'm not a big fan of Lucha Underground. I'll be honest here. Don't really give a fuck about it. But the one thing I'll say about it, it's probably, when it comes to professional wrestling, the best TV show by far. It's actually a fucking TV show. Like it's like you could sit there and show your friends to it, and minus the wrestling that's kind of really, really fake at times. The TV shows and the plots and the storylines, perfect. It's perfect. It's like you can get anyone involved into Lucha Underground. They have a good TV show too, though.
Right. Like, I watched it that one time, like I said, and with the production value and everything, it looked like I was watching an actual TV show and not wrestling. And then the wrestling happened. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a wrestling show. Like,
yeah, like I said, the wrestling for the most part, most episodes, not all. Like don't get me wrong, there's some good matches on Lucha Underground, but for the most part, the wrestling is pretty bad because the lucha style is very choreographed and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's not really the easiest watch in the world. What else was I going to talk about? Okay, so we talked about Ricochet trying to sign with the WWE. Lana and Rusev broke kayfabe. Revealed that they got married or getting engaged to get married. So if you guys don't know, Lana and Rusev are actually a thing in real life. It's a real life ordeal, a real life relationship. You know, I guess they like each other and stuff. And so Lana and Rusev decided to get married, and this pissed off Vincent Kennedy McMahon really badly. In fact, that he just buried Rusev this past Monday on Raw. And really, it's sad because I like Rusev. I think the dude's pretty talented. But, like, seriously, if you're Lana and Rusev, why are you even posting pictures of you guys getting engaged, knowing what storyline you're fucking in? I get it. It's supposed to get your people in real life, and you're supposed to celebrate. But it's like a celebrity. It's like a celebrity has certain things they can't show on social media. You guys, as professional wrestlers, can't be showing a lot of your real life stuff like that because you know what's at stake, and you know that the WWE doesn't really want you guys to be associated. So why are you guys doing that? Why are you guys ruining the storyline, especially that you're in Rusev? Why are you trying to sabotage your career even more? You're pretty much just handing yourself on a silver plate to Vince McMahon to sabotage you and make you even worse.
That kayfabe had a family, damn it.
I know, seriously. It's like that's something like a lot of wrestlers nowadays, I'll say it, they're stupid. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's because they don't understand or appreciate kayfabe. Like you know, I get it. You don't want to be dicks to fans, but if you're a heel, don't be all like, yeah, I'll take a picture with you. Just be all like, oh, give me $20 for a picture. Like, be a dick like that. Just say that and play your character. Actually be a flippin' heel. It pisses me off every time I see Seth Rollins take a picture with a fan. It's like, well, why are you being nice to this fan? You tell these fans they're idiots on Monday Night Raw, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'll take a picture with you guys. Like, what the fuck?
Although, there's a funny story that reminds me of. So do you remember when John Cena and Kevin Owens had their live event match and Cena injured himself or whatever, or that rumor?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cena posted on Twitter his, like, you know, general, oh, never give up, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes life hits you hard, and you have to get back up and keep fighting. And then Kevin Owens said, that wasn't life that hit you, that was me.
Yeah, see, Kevin Owens gets it. Kevin Owens gets the idea. Like, the only time you'll see Kevin Owens be nice is if he's at a charity event, which is understandable because WWE probably has guidelines and stuff like that. But other than that, Kevin Owens acts in character. He doesn't try to break kayfabe. You know, like Kevin Owens' character is that he's a dad trying to support for his family and most importantly, his son. He's all about his son and stuff like that. He will do douchey things, but it's okay because he's doing it for the children. He's doing it for his kid. And you can see that on Twitter. Like, that's what Kevin Owens' character is. That's what he pretty much is. It's just a douchey guy doing douchey stuff. But it's okay because he's doing it for his family, his wife, and his son Owen. It's all right. It's fine. So, like, that's why it works with Kevin Owens is because he stays in character. That's what I like about Kevin Owens. He gets it. He's not taking pictures with all these fans and being all like, oh, yeah, I love you and stuff like that. It's like, no, Kevin Owens is a dick, and that's what you need to be. And so I don't understand when you're Rusev and you know you're in a storyline with Summer Rae, why are you allowing Lana to post a picture of her engagement ring? Why don't you tell Lana, hey, look, I know you're excited about this, but keep in mind where I'm at in my career. You know, if you want to keep living in this night, and by the way, their house in Nashville is pretty fucking nice. Pretty sure it's coming from all of Lana's paycheck. You want to keep living in this freaking house in Nashville, honey, you know, let me still be hot because Rusev has potential to be, you know, a big time money star for the WWE. At least in my personal opinion. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Rusev?
I like the guy. I liked his initial run, and like a lot of people were giving him shit, saying, "Oh, he's just a rehashed '80s character." But it's not. I don't know. I really like what he does in the ring. He's got that work rate. No, he's okay on the mic when it comes to what he does, and it's like he plays the character really well, and he tries to keep in with that kayfabe. And then it's just recently, ever since I don't want to say since Cena beat him, like I don't want to place the blame on that, but like they didn't have really.
We can place the blame on fucking Cena here. Once Cena beat him, it was like all his momentum went downhill, just like almost everyone else of John Cena that he faces. Like they have momentum, and then it goes downhill after they face John Cena. That's just the bottom line when it comes down to it.
Like my opinion is, how do you go from a Goldberg-esque streak to losing clean to Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown with Summer Rae as the referee or whatever the hell that mess was?
No,
it's a total clusterfuck.
He lost to Dolph Ziggler on Night of Champions because Summer Rae threw a fucking shoe at him. What the fuck is this shit? Like a shoe, a high heel. Like, look, okay, I've gotten a high heel thrown at me. Yes, those hurt. But a guy like Rusev's size should not be affected by a freaking heel and a zigzag that we know is not a really effective finisher because I've seen motherfuckers kick out of it millions of times, and I've seen Rusev gone through a lot worse. And like I've seen Rusev get hit with the ankle lock by Jack Swagger, like being stuck in the ankle lock for like 5 minutes, and he still finds a way to fucking win. So I don't see how a zigzag in a shoe can beat this man who used to be some monster mammoth. Like I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Right. I feel like it's so like beyond buried right now that the only way you could bring him back is if you had like the Iron Sheik as his manager come back and cut shoot promos for him every day.
Speaking of shoot promos, WWE Diva Paige has been doing a bajillion of those as of late, and also been shooting in real life. Paige is a train wreck. I swear, this girl is a fucking train wreck. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Paige has been not in the good graces of the WWE. Those are the rumored reports. And then there was a new report saying that, oh, no, that's not the case. They just haven't found anything for her character. No, these are rumor reports. They don't like her right now because she is a PR nightmare ready to happen. So there's this new, what's the new app where you can do live streams like this, like what we're doing right now? It's like the new app on your phone where you can do a live stream. What's that called again? It's like a new app. I forgot the name of it.
Don't remember what it's called, but wasn't that where she went on Facebook on that app or whatever and then dropped an F-bomb?
Yeah, she dropped an F-bomb. So some fan told Paige to fuck you, and so Paige should fuck you back. And then that led to, I forgot who came, Scott Armstrong, I think, came in and said, like, no, you can't be saying that, no F-bombs, blah, 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 blah. And Paige apologized for it. Then that didn't stop there because Mattel was having their little, action figure revealing. And so Seth Rollins was doing an interview with Sam Roberts, and Paige comes out of the elevator and says, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And it's just like, "Oh shit, are we filming?" And it's like, God damn, does this like? I get it, she's 22, but seriously, we're unprofessionals. We're allowed to be cursing and we're allowed to be saying these mean things and stuff like that. Because we're not professional. We're not trying to be professional about this. We're coming out and we're being honest with ourselves. But Paige, she's different. She's a professional, and people don't understand when you're a fucking professional, you have to act like it, no matter if it's like doesn't fit your personality whatsoever. Kevin Owens said it best. Look, I hate wearing these collared shirts and these nice clothing, but hey, that's what you have to do as a professional, and that's how you do business. Paige doesn't seem to know business. Paige just comes in, thinks she does whatever she wants. She seems so entitled. She seems so entitled, Paige does, at least in my opinion.
This is my house. That says the whole entitlement thing right there.
Yeah, no, but what do you think about Paige? Like, do you see her lasting long in the WWE at all? Like, especially with the way she acts, or what are your thoughts?
I'm just waiting for it. What's gonna happen is like maybe she's gonna get over the fans, and then she's gonna have this like AJ Lee-esque following that pisses everyone off, and it's just like, oh, she was the greatest of all time. Don't make fun of her when she eventually leaves and quits because of all this bullshit. Like I can see a total stupid smart following coming after it, like supporting her.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope she doesn't get no AJ Lee type of following. I hope not, dude, because I don't think she deserves it.
No,
really
she doesn't.
I don't even think AJ Lee deserved the following she had. She was just AJ Lee was one of the most luckiest women in professional wrestling history, and here's the reason why. She came at the time when the Divas division was completely ransacked, and really the only Diva people kind of cared about at that time was Natalya. Her and Caitlyn came in at the perfect time because they came in when there was nobody in the Divas division to worth caring about.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I mean, she's extremely overrated. I like what she did. I mean, she was better than the Divas at the time, definitely, but she wasn't like this great thing that everyone preached about. And I'm just scared that Paige is going to get the same following because she dropped a few F-bombs off camera. Like, whoop-de-fucking-do.
I know. It's like, to me personally, when it comes down to like AJ Lee, she's a good worker. But when it comes down to influential divas and big-time diva stars, she was like a big-time diva star in a terrible era. It's not like AJ Lee did anything to help the WWE. It's not like she was a big help to the Divas division. I mean, like, she didn't want to put anyone over on her way out. AJ Lee was all like, oh, you know what? I'm going to be a mark for myself, win at WrestleMania, retire undefeated, blah, 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 and act like it's some big deal. It's like, what a mark. You're such a mark for yourself. Like, you don't freaking like think of like putting someone over. You're all about like, oh, I want to put over the young divas. of the future, but yet you freaking buried him. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't know. I can't get over that whole following idea. It just pisses me off.
Yeah, like there's so many wrestlers where you don't understand how they have their following. Like Damien Sandow is that one guy that I never understood why he has a following. I don't understand it.
Ms. Dow. We want Ms. Dow. There's nothing entertaining about that character.
Mizdow was funny for a bit, but then afterwards they didn't do anything with him. It's like I don't get it. Why do people like even before he was Mizdow, everyone loved Sandow. So why do people love Damien Sandow? Please tell me, Michael. Why do people love Damien Sandow? Is it the work rate?
No, it's the flubby tits.
Flubby tits. And
the beard.
All right. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense why people like him. But I just never understood the Damien Sandow bandwagon. I never sat there and looked at it and said, hey, I can understand why this guy has a following. Just never got it. Just never bought into it. Never said, hey, this guy deserves the following that he has. Like, when John Cena beat him, I was like, whatever. I was just like, oh, okay, he'll help build a new star, I guess. But I didn't think he was ready to win the world title. Like, Damien Sandow's world champion, that's as a bigger joke as Jack Swagger as world champion.
Right. Like, I mean, when Sandow won the briefcase, I'm like, okay, so they're gonna give it to Cody or something. Like, I just didn't see him. I didn't see it going anywhere with him. And then, like, when he finally cashed it in, I'm like, there's no way. There's way too much going on right now. He's gonna lose. Then all these people started freaking out about him losing, and I'm just like, what's the big deal? Like, Cena was gonna win. Cena wins, lol. You know, I didn't expect anything of it.
Yeah, to me, Damien Sandow, he's just one of those guys where I just don't understand why people like love him. What other wrestlers are people where you just like you don't understand how they have the following they do?
One sec.
One second. He's gonna get it. Another wrestler that I never understood, especially back when he was in Legacy, was Ted DiBiase. So Ted DiBiase had like a huge following. I don't get it. Ted DiBiase Jr. was just like this guy. Everyone's like, oh, him and Cody, they're like the future. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan and all. But Ted DiBiase Jr., who sat there and actually thought Ted DiBiase Jr. was the future of the Legacy group, like was going to get the main event and all that other stuff.
Speaking of followings.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler, baby. They hear you.
Bring in the rope show watches this. I got my jacket.
My pink jacket's in the closet. I'll get it later. But Dolph Ziggler, how does this fucker have a following?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I could understand maybe he has a few good matches every now and then, but he's the most overrated guy in the company right now. Easy.
Do you think he's the most overrated guy?
Well, okay. I might want to say that he's one of. Definitely.
I think Balor is the most overrated guy in the company right now. I think Finn Balor is the most overrated. Like Ziggler for sure is in that category, but I think Finn Balor is most overrated. Hey Gardner, can you stop with your lawnmower right now? I'm trying to do a live show. This is unprofessional of you. Why are you doing this now? We'll do it at like 6 in the morning. Goddamn asshole.
Yeah, geez, motherfucking cunt. Quit being unprofessional and swearing, motherfucker. Damn it. Shit.
Seriously. But like I think Finn Balor is the most overrated wrestler. Like, you know what? Let's do this. Top 5 overrated wrestlers in the WWE right now. So we got Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler. Hi, FM world. How are you?
Who else would fit in that?
Because Dolph Ziggler for sure and Finn Balor for sure. But who else are considered overrated pro wrestlers right now?
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of a really good one. This is the problem with the star power WWE because I'm trying to think of names and literally nobody is coming to me.
I know it's coming to you. Let's extend this to actual pro wrestling. Then what about Drew Galloway? Is Drew Galloway in the top 5 of most overrated pro wrestlers today?
I wouldn't put him up that far because like I liked him when he was McIntyre, like until the stupid 3MB thing happened. And like he showed potential, but like in terms of him being the face of a company, yes, he's overrated because there's no way he should be. He's one of those.
Overall, he's overrated or no? Is he top 5?
He's not top 5, but he's definitely overrated.
What about Ethan Carter III, EC3? Do you think he's overrated?
Abso-fucking-lutely yes. Like, he's one of the main reasons I stopped watching TNA.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was a big TNA fan up until, yeah, it's weird. I was a TNA fan at one point, considering all the things you've heard from me. But like, from like 2012, 2013, I was a TNA fan. When Magnus won the title, that was the first nail in the coffin. That and the Aces and Eights storyline. I hated both of those bolting clusterfuck motherfuckers. I fucking hated it. And then, like, what happened was that with the whole Magnus winning the title, I was like him and Jeff Hardy in a Dixieland match. That's what they called it. It was like a crazy, messed up TLC steel cage match. I shit not. I'll look this up on YouTube.
The ladder to the top of the stage, the crowd. I was like, what the fuck is this?
And then all I remember is that chapped cunt Dixie, and then you have Rockstar Spud, that little midget guy who he's one of the biggest reasons why I stopped watching.
I think he's overrated. I think Rockstar Spud is definitely in the overrated category.
More overrated than EC3 even. And then there's EC3, and they push the header over, and then, you know, Magnus wins. I'm like, okay, this is so boring. I want to stop watching. And then, like, just another overrated guy from, I feel like this is going to be all TNA guys. I might as well just make this a top 5 TNA overrated list because, like,
the WWE also, like, there's some guys on the independents that you can consider overrated per se. I don't know. It's really hard to say like what independent wrestlers are really overrated. Like I think of like that one dude from Ray Dragon, not the guy that's like the next Daniel Bryan, but the other guy. I forgot his name. I think Bobby Fish is his name. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really follow the indies that closely, but.
Same. I don't hear a name every now and then, but that's about it.
Dalton Castle, if you want an indie wrestler that you'll like, he's actually really good. I'm a huge Dalton Castle dude. Like that guy's fun. He's the best. Like he's like very over eccentric as a character, and he has two heaters. And they're called his boys. He calls them the boys, and they do absolutely nothing. Like they're like the worst heaters in professional wrestling history, but they work. They just literally sit there and they stand. Like a guy will get thrown out of the ring in front of them, and they won't do anything. You know, like heaters are supposed to beat them up. They'll just stand there and look at him, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it's great. It's amazing. I love the boys. They don't wrestle. Someone tried to ruin it for me and saying that the boys wrestle, but they don't wrestle. The boys don't wrestle ever.
I feel like that would be a good idea too, not to have the comedy guys wrestle or anything.
He's a good comedy character. I like him as a comedy character.
But yeah, going back to what you said, EC3, like all these people are like, oh, he's a good, credible heel, and that's why he's good in TNA, and that's why TNA is good. And I'm like, no, yes, he was developed better than, like, say, a Seth Rollins losing every week, but, like, who is this guy? He's Derek Bateman from NXT. No one cares about this guy. He's overrated. He's not that great in the ring. He's not that great in the mic. He's Dixie Carter's spoiled nephew or whatever. It's nothing.
Oh god!
I can just hear Alucard screaming through the computer right now. Like hear that silence.
How dare you? How dare you do this to me? How dare you say EC3, the god mode of professional wrestling, is overrated?
He's got that Chris Benoit work rate.
Alucard has no problem commenting down below on my channel, but he has a problem coming on and actually debating me.
Yeah,
in professional wrestling, man. Like, fuck.
Right. I said that too. Like, I remember I watched that. I don't remember what I said on that video, but I said pretty much if you try to argue with a TNA fanboy, they won't even tell you what's good about TNA. They'll just call you a faggot and tell you that you're a WWE sheep, and that's it. They have no comeback.
Like, for some reason, SoundCloud says one of my newest videos is not playable, which is stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, SoundCloud, do your thing.
Exactly, pissed me off, making me have to redo the NBA previews that I fucking recorded. That's like the worst. When you have to redo something, that's like the worst as like a recorder. It's like you recorded this, you had a good time doing it, and then they make you redo it. It's annoying.
Right. I don't remember what day it was, but like it was a few months ago or whatever. And I do have a YouTube channel for wrestling with one of my other buddies. We usually get together and do it. Haven't done it in a while, but like, you know, I was on there. I was by myself using Hangouts for the first time, just by myself, so I can audio record. And I was ranting on the Divas division, and 30 minutes went by, and I realized I didn't even hit the on-air button or whatever to record it. So I'm like, okay. I just sat here for 30 minutes talking about nothing, and none of it got recorded. I don't feel like doing this over again.
Yeah, no, that's what happens with that. Sometimes you'll just be sitting here, you'll be like, oh, man, I think I hit gold, and then you play the recording, it's like, oh, nothing happened. You're like, fuck.
Yep. That was my moment right there. So disappointed.
Freaking audio recordings. What other stuff that we can talk about in the world of pro wrestling that's going on? I'm looking at the news going on here. This was a slow week in news in proportional wrestling. There wasn't really any. Oh, ESPN and the WWE are going to show highlights now. So ESPN is now going to show like top 5 WWE moments every week. Can you think of like top 5 moments in WWE that's worth showing for ESPN?
Here's Seth Rollins' statue being destroyed. And here's Seth Rollins cutting a 30-minute promo about his statue being destroyed. And here's a recap on SmackDown of Seth Rollins' statue being destroyed. And then 2 other things about Dolph Ziggler and the New Day that no one cares about. There, we got 5. We got 5. Oh, don't forget the Red Arrow every week.
No, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is it just gonna be the Red Arrow every week? Like, is that the only thing that they have? It's like just showing Neville. Like Neville, yeah, sure, maybe Neville will get a rub from this, but like I can see them being like, oh, look at John Cena with the AA. That's a top 5 move for sure.
And here's something you've never seen before: John Cena no-selling the Frog Splash and turning it into an AA. Cena wins all.
That's one of my least favorite spots. When like I hate those spots in the Cena match where it's like where like Cena's gonna roll through it and it's like the strength of John Cena throws him on the fucking show. I'm like, why did it always do that spot? It's so annoying.
I just hate the commentary on that sort of thing. Like I remember it wasn't that spot, but it was Cena and Rollins for the U.S. title, and it was before SummerSlam or whatever. It was the night that Cena got his nose broken or whatever, and Rollins hits that 6 superplex into a Falcon Arrow combo, and all Michael Cole can say is, "Look at the toughness of Cena counting out at 2. Look at how tough Cena is." I'm like, did you see what Rollins just did? No,
yeah, he didn't. He did a superplex from the top rope, and then he fucking does another suplex on the ground, and y'all are talking about John Cena kicking out of it. Like, why can't you just say, wow, look at the strength of Seth Rollins? That takes a lot of strength. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not only, like, because you fell on your back with the opponent, but you got up and you lifted him up, probably deadlifting him in kayfabe-wise, and then suplexing him. And it's like, nah, look at the strength of John Cena, like, kicking out of this. Like, the fuck?
I'm a heel announcer, greatest of all time, Mogul. Like, no, it's ridiculous.
Big Match John, Mogul.
Big Match John. And they're actually saying that now, like, every week, and it's pissing me off. No,
he wins another big one. How's it facing Dolph Ziggler a big match?
Yeah, Big Match Ziggler. Pull this off. Oh, no, but it was, like, the biggest thing that upset me of all time. It was, like, of recently with the commentators building the Night of Champions, how Rollins is supposed to face both Sting and Cena, and then Michael Cole's on commentary, look at these 2 legends that he has to face, and I'm like, you're comparing Cena to Sting? I'm like, really? You're calling Cena a legend? And he did it again, like, the next week, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, I don't even hate Cena. I like Cena, but he's not a legend. He's not a legend. Not even close. He's not a Hall of Famer.
To be fair, I always compare Sting to Cena, like Cena's career to Sting's career back in WCW in the early 90s, because people forget, like, Sting was really, like, overcoming the odds. Like, he would have, like, people beat him up and everything like that, and it'll be like, LOL, Sting wins, Sting overcomes the odds and everything like that. Like, Sting and Cena's career are very comparable, minus, like, I don't think Cena will ever go crow and put on some face paint and go crazy. But, yeah, you know, I always compare Sting and Cena's career. A guy that was, like, you know, very steady for the company, but didn't really make the company a whole lot of money.
Okay, I'm not picturing Cena with
Sting further down the line did, but you know what I'm saying.
Right. I just got a vivid image of Cena with crow face paint in the bat. Yeah, I go emo for the children's nation. It's like,
you just see like Cena all of a sudden he's all like he hates the world. He's just like in the Raptors and he's just like he's wearing like a leather jacket. He's all like fucking serious. Like hustle, loyalty, respect.
Yeah, it still has that mantra on his stomach, and it's just
no. He doesn't like. He doesn't even hold the bat. He holds that towel up and like as he's in the Raptor, like with the towel.
His new gimmick is that he has chloroform in the towels, and he just goes up behind the people and knocks them out and then AAs them.
that would actually be more entertaining than John Cena currently. I would be down for that.
Sting's crow gimmick. Let's give John Cena a rapist gimmick. There we go. Make him rated R. Chloroform for the children's. Okay, now that's a little too far, but
it would hurt John Cena too because then he can't do his Make-A-Wishes.
I mean, I don't want to be unprofessional or anything.
We are unprofessional. It doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
WWE Diva is going to be appearing on Conan. Oh, it's Paige too.
Oh my God. Hey Conan, how the fuck are you? Oh, whoops, are we live? Shit. Like, you know what's gonna happen too.
Oh, so if you guys don't know, WWE has like a partnership with Evolve Wrestling. It's an indie
Mhm.
promotion run by one of the greatest indie promoters, in my personal opinion, of all time, Gabe. I forget his last name, but he's the guy
Sapolsky.
that used to run ROH.
Sapolsky, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Sapolsky. There we go. Gabe Sapolsky. To me, one of the greatest indie promoters because he's not one of those indie promoters that are just going to use and abuse you. He literally tries to get you ready for the WWE or TNA, wherever you want to go. He's supportive of you going and improving your craft. So, like, they have a deal with Evolve, and Sami Zayn is going to not wrestle for Evolve. He's just going to be there to wear his stupid hat and being like, "Hey guys, what's up? It's Sami Zayn."
I'm the
But
same as him.
and that's all he's gonna. That's all he's there to do. But I guess it's kind of cool. I don't know what Evolve talent they're gonna really bring. Ricochet obviously is the one that they want, but I don't know if he's really signed with Evolve anymore. So we will have to wait and see on that one there. But I guess it's kind of cool. Do you think it's cool that WWE is showing partnership with the independent promotion, even though it's not really one of the big ones?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always glad with more talent coming in, and I think it's good for WWE to give. I don't know. I know a lot of people say that WWE partnering with other companies is a bad idea, but I think it's a good idea because it gives the little promotions more exposure, and then you get to know these guys before they come in, and it's just healthy overall. Like, one day I'd love to see WWE do something with like New Japan or something like that, or Ring of Honor or something like that. Or well, we don't mention the other company, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
I think New Japan definitely for sure. Ring of Honor, I think New Japan they could definitely try to strike a deal with New Japan. I can definitely see that. I mean, they got Liger to come out over, and he's been a big star for New Japan for many years. So,
And like, what harm does it do? Like, I mean, New Japan's following is in Japan, and WWE's following is in America. If you do a partnership between the two, it's not like one's gonna like monopolize the other because it can't.
yeah, exactly. I mean, WWE, they're all about the American fan base, and it's like New Japan. They've been trying to reach out to America, but no one's buying it. No one can really get into the matches because I can't understand what the commentators saying half the time.
Oh, although what was funny is I heard about New Japan from the Smartbusters. Actually, they're making fun of it, and I'm like, okay, well, I might as well see if this is good or not. And it was Wrestle Kingdom 9 or whatever. I don't remember who was fighting who, but Jim Ross and Matt Striker were on the English commentary team.
I watched the pay-per-view live. I actually reviewed it, and it was a good show. It definitely got overshadowed because it happened so early on this year. It happened like January 4th, I think, of this year. And so everyone was calling it the pay-per-view of the year and stuff. Like, no one could top it. But really, to be honest, there's only like, I would say one match, like the Nakamura match. That was the only match where I was just like, yeah, that's a really good match. And then the other matches were kind of just like, whatever. Like, there was a lot of like stuff that I didn't really like. And I know, and I guess it's because I'm Americanized to professional wrestling and I'm used to the WWE structure. But yeah. My homie Redwood 316 asked if Daniel Bryan wasn't that good of a wrestler, would the IWC still praise him? No, they wouldn't. They only care about work rate, dude. So no, they wouldn't praise him whatsoever. Where Daniel Bryan would just be forgotten. He'd just be forgotten. He would just be another. He'd just be another dude on the roster to them. Like, he would be a guy like if he wasn't as good, like kind of like Zack Ryder, who's like pretty decent. Like, he'd get like the Zack Ryder treatment and then like get the kind of push, but then he won't do anything after that.
Pretty much, yeah. I agree completely. Like, it's all about the work rate, like you said. There's no way in hell that they would praise Daniel Bryan if he wasn't, good at what he did.
Let's see what other stuff happened in wrestling this week.
James Storm happened.
Oh yeah, James Storm. Next Wednesday, I believe, will be making his NXT debut. The Tennessee Cowboy. He's not signed with WWE fully. He is just kind of doing an appearance for them. Okay, cool. That's fine. I like that he's in NXT. That's pretty cool to say that James Storm wrestled for WWE for a little bit. But to be honest here, main roster aspirations, I don't want to see James Storm on the main roster. Main reason being is like, I don't think his character and what he is fits on the WWE, what they want to do long term. I think he would be perfect just to be a guy to work with some of the young talent in NXT and kind of get them better because he's one of the few TNA guys. If you said, could they wrestle WWE style and, connect with the WWE audience, I would definitely say yes, James Storm is one of those guys. Like, to me, the guys that definitely fit well with WWE, we have Samoa Joe. Obviously, he's doing a pretty darn good job. James Storm, Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, and Austin Aries. Those were the 5 guys that I felt like if they ever made the transition to WWE, you know, TNA original wise, if they ever made the transition to WWE, they would be fine. They would actually get a following and an audience, and they would do well.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Those 5 would be my exact choices as well. Like those 5 guys, I would love to see them in like NXT or something, just to elevate the talent and have good matches with them. Funny story though, did you hear that TNA offered James Storm a shit ton of money to come back after they heard about his NXT thing? Yeah, exactly. Apparently they did though. Like they want him to put over that RC Cola India Sheamus guy or whatever in a match, and that's why they offered him money, because they're going on India tour and they want James Storm to put him over because of a storyline or something.
Whatever.
I don't know, but I don't think 6 cents is a whole lot of money, so I wouldn't go back for it.
Yeah, exactly. James Storm has other options and opportunities, but like James Storm, he's not really a main roster guy. Even not even Bobby Roode at this point in his career as a main roster guy. I feel like the only guys that belong in the main roster are the 5 that I named are like Aries, Joe, and Styles. Those are like the 3 guys that I think would fit well on the main roster. You know, Styles, like he has like the name recognition from a lot of TNA fans and from a lot of wrestling fans and a lot of respect. I mean, AJ Styles is probably one of the more respectable guys in the business. When you're an American and you win the New Japan Pro Wrestling Championship, the IWGP title twice as a North American male, that's fucking hard to do. If you're an independent wrestler or you know wrestling in general, you know it's hard to win that title in Japan. Especially if you're a gringo, a white guy, it's an outsider. It's really hard to do. So the fact that AJ Styles did that twice, you know, he has respect in the wrestling business, and so I think he could fit well with a lot of guys. I think Aries would be the perfect kind of like replacement for like a CM Punk, you know, that small, edgy, like he's not really an underdog type character. Like he doesn't play as an underdog because he's just so confident and brash that he fits well. And Samoa Joe, that badass monster, man. And plus, there's so many matches where you can just see Joe just tearing the house down with people. Speaking of NXT guys, my friend Simon Nicol HD reported on his channel that apparently Tyler Breeze may be making his main roster debut this Monday on Raw to face John Cena for the U.S. Open Challenge. Obviously, Tyler Breeze is not going to win this. But
of course.
John Cena doesn't have an opponent for Hell in a Cell, which I'm going to, Michael. I don't know if you know this. I'm going to Hell in a Cell next Sunday.
Nice.
Yes, I let me show you the tickets to prove. I have a video, but you know I like to brag about this because I'm going to see Old Man Taker and kill each other. So here's the tickets to WWE Hell in a Cell. So why do I have 3? Because I'm taking 2 friends with me that rock.
Right. I've only been to one live event, and that was Elimination Chamber in 2014. But besides that, that's pretty cool.
How was it watching the Chamber live? Because one of the things is like I've never seen the Hell in a Cell live. So I've seen steel cage matches live, and it was easy to see through the cage. But my concern is like seeing through the Hell in a Cell live, like the actual cell structure itself live.
Right. Well, I mean, with the Chamber, it was really cool, and the spots were really cool. My only complaint is that the plexiglass looked even more fake, or whatever they used for it. Like,
so it looked fake live? Like, it looked really, really fake? Like, how far were you sitting, or how close were you sitting to the Chamber?
I was in the I was in the nosebleeds, but I had a really good line of sight, so it was pretty good. But, I mean, the funniest thing, do you remember the chant that was started at Orton in the middle of the match, by any chance?
No, I do not remember.
All right, so I'm going to tell you a funny story. So there's like, I don't know, 11,000 people, whatever they claimed was there. And Orton hides in the chamber behind the pod, right? So I was the first person, I'm claiming this, I don't care what anyone says, I did this. I stood up and I started chanting, "You're a pussy." My friend Liam, who went with me, starts chanting up, starts saying it with me. A few people start saying it around with me. And then the chant dies down, right? And all you could hear from the bottom up is, "Pussy, pussy, pussy." And I'm like, did I just get an entire crowd of people to call Orton a pussy? Because I feel proud as hell of that.
I'll say this, at SummerSlam 2011, when CM Punk did the Macho Man elbow, I was like, "Macho Man, Macho Man, Macho Man," and then people fucking swore with me. I was like, "I started that chant."
That's
like,
that pride.
People don't understand, when you go to a wrestling event with me, do not expect me to be fucking civil. I am the most loudest dude. But the thing is, I don't say like unnecessary stuff. Like if there's kids around me, I'm not gonna curse or anything like that. I'm just gonna say funny chants. Like I'm just gonna scream funny and saying stuff that people will get, and is all good humor for everyone involved. I'm not gonna be that one asshole that just says "fuck you, John Cena." Like I'm not gonna say that. Like I'll scream, "and his name is John Cena."
Oh, hold on 1 second.
I'll scream that out loud and all stuff like that. Like I'll do that, but I'm not gonna be that one guy that's like a total douche in the crowd and just like freaking ruin the experience for everyone else.
Right, exactly. Although there was a few, there's a group of kids, whatever, kids, I guess. They're right next to us, and they started a Chris Benoit chant, just a really tiny one. And there's this homeless black guy who looked high as hell and with his cap, and he had that whole hobo attire. He turns around and goes, "Really?" And he just gets super angry and offended, and I just started laughing.
The one fans that I loved the most, I went to a WWE Raw and SmackDown Super Show back in the day when they used to do those. And what they used to do, they would tape Raw and then they would tape SmackDown following. And this was weird. It started at 7 o'clock, which I thought was really late for a wrestling show to start. Mainly because like we're in the West Coast. Why are you starting the show at 7 o'clock? SmackDown didn't start filming until 10 p.m. in the West Coast. Yeah, so like a lot of people left SmackDown when it was actually like a really good episode, like Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero in the I Quit match, probably the best match I've ever witnessed live. I'll go on record and say that is the best match I've ever witnessed live. That match was fucking phenomenal. But it was funny. So like I had these two black guys that were sitting next to me, behind me actually the whole time, and so when this was also the Raw where Crime Time debuted, and they're like, Brandon T. Jackson and 50 Cent are wrestling? They were making so many funny fucking jokes about Brandon T. Jackson and 50 Cent. They were absolutely hilarious. And then later on, like when Vito was wearing a dress at this time, Vito was wearing a dress, they were like, oh my God, the children. And he was funny. He covered my eyes. He's like, you can't be watching this, little boy. Do not get blinded by this. And then like then afterwards, my mom was laughing, and they apologized to my mom for like, you know, touching me and shit. Like, cause like I wasn't young. I was like 11 years old, but they're like, hey man, we're sorry that we covered your children's eyes like that. We're very sorry for touching them. We weren't trying to be inappropriate. And my mom's like, oh, I don't give a fuck. You guys were just joking around anyways. But it was sad because I was sad because like they left like and they had a dark match too. They had a dark match for this show too. It was like the longest wrestling show I've ever been to. It was like over 5 hours. So the kickoff match was actually pretty cool. So Sylvain Grenier came to the middle of the ring, and he was like claiming how he deserved a title shot, and so he was calling out a champion because the champion should face the supermodel. And so then Benoit comes out and completely buries him. It was great. It was great. I loved it. It was great. You know, like what other stuff happened there? We had a fatal four-way for the IC title, which was pretty fun to watch. It was like Jeff Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Carlito, and someone, and Rob Conway. I think it was Rob Conway at the time. Triple H and Randy Orton had one of their 5-star classic matches, which wasn't really that good. Right. I got to see the Undertaker there too, which was pretty cool. Like Shane Helms was all like, Gregory Helms was like, I'm the longest reigning cruiserweight champion. I should be on this card. Yeah, I should be fighting someone. And then later on, they were like, yeah, you're going to be fighting the Undertaker. And I was like marking the hell out and stuff. And yeah, but they had a dark match afterwards too. And this was like at midnight, dude. This was at freaking midnight. So the main event of that show, of that SmackDown, was Batista versus King Booker. And this was leading into Cyber Sunday, the Champions of Champions match and everything like that. And Booker T got disqualified because the Big Show came out and beat up Batista. John Cena and Batista cleared the ring, and that's how SmackDown ended. But then I thought this was actually a part of SmackDown. Like, I actually thought they were going to add, you know, a longer match. And my friend's calling me right now, so I'll call him back after the show. So I thought they were going to do longer, like another match. So, you know, then afterwards, Edge and Randy Orton come out, and they start beating the shit out of Cena. But the heels come out, break it down. DX comes out. And then Teddy Long comes out and announces the 8-man tag main event. I was like, what the fuck? Like, half the arena's gone at this point because they're like, we're fucking tired. It's 12 at midnight. Go to sleep, you fuckers. And so then all of a sudden, like, Teddy Long comes out. They do an 8-man tag match. My mom, at this point, my mom was having fun at the show, but even she was like, fuck this. Hold up. My friend's calling me. I'll tell him I'll call him back.
Your friend's calling you.
And his name is John Cena.
Oh, that means I have to entertain people. No, I don't. I'll be right back. You know, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna, for 1 second here.
And his name is John Cena. And his name is John Cena.
I don't have to be professional. It's the unprofessional wrestling chat. Anyways, let me see if anyone has anything to say while Chase is out having his phone call. 1 second here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, yeah. So, ask a question. Keep me entertained because Chase is having a phone call and shit. So yeah. Do 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 do. I know what I can do. I can show you guys work rate. Work rate. More work rate. Suck it, TNA. That was some real work rate, I tell you. Fix my camera. So as you can see, I'm awful at keeping people entertained while I'm by myself, so. Okay, too much running. Hold on, hold on.
And his name is John Cena.
Okay, so there are 5 people watching. Alrighty. So since there's people watching, I guess I'll tell you about Elimination Chamber. When I went, it was really fun. Like I said, I saw the Chamber match live. It was really good. The only complaint I had was about the Chamber's glass being really fake. I started that pussy chant in Minnesota, just saying. But other memorable things about that pay-per-view is Batista's return match, not counting the Rumble, and the crowd just shit all over him, and it was hilarious. Then Del Rio came out with his crutches and whatever, and it was all right. But everyone was chanting Blue Tista the whole, or not Blue Tista, everyone was chanting Blue Tista the whole time, and it was great. Also, I got to see the Shield and the Wyatts live, and that match was fantastic and phenomenal. It was great, really good work right there. I enjoyed the match personally. I thought it was great. Everyone was calling it like match of the year, which I don't agree with. Me seeing it live, I don't agree with it, but it was definitely a great experience for my first wrestling show. There was a lot of shitty matches on the card though that didn't really matter. Like Big E versus Jack Swagger happened, and like AJ Lee versus Cameron. There's a few other matches I just didn't care for, like the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws. But I mean, besides that, when we got to the main card, it was pretty good. Also, Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Ryback, Curtis Axel happened on the pre-show. I mean, I don't know. I would have much rather done the actual Chase was talking about. It sounded really entertaining. So yeah, that was that. Jesus, how long is this supposed to fall? What else can I talk about? One second. Let me try and find another wrestler that I can talk about in the meantime. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I never got to talk about the Lana and Rusev storyline and how much I hate it. So I'm gonna go on about that. So as you know, Rusev and Lana got engaged in real life, and Chase was talking about that earlier. I never really put in my thoughts about it. This is the worst storyline of the year, like by far. It is the. I almost turned off Raw multiple times because of the storyline. I fucking hated it. But I hope it ends. I hope Summer Rae and Ziggler get fired, and I hope that Rusev returns to being a monster heel. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Chase should be back any minute here, folks. Hang on tight. What other things have happened? Oh yeah, Daniel Bryan, news about him. He's going to one more doctor to see if he can be medically cleared to wrestle again. And if he doesn't, he said he'd retire, but other rumors say that he might go to another company. No words where. Personally, I hope that if he really is hurt, that he stays retired and doesn't wrestle again, because I don't want to see him hurt himself or anything dumb like that. As far as him coming back to the ring, I don't see what he could possibly do. Like, I don't see any major storylines for him to fit in for. And my hope is that they don't hijack the Rumble again if he comes back around that time, because it's kind of ridiculous to do that. I mean, the first year of Batista, when Bryan was, like, red hot, I understand. But, like, the shitting on Roman Reigns thing is just dumb. So that's some more news. We talked about James Storm. And then, yeah, I agree that he would make great talent in NXT, but I don't see anything for him to do in the main roster. What other things are going on here? Let me look through Dirt Sheet Land and see if I can find anything. Oh yeah, WWE interested in bringing back Alberto Del Rio. Rumors have it that WWE wants to find a top Mexican star because they don't have one. They're going on tour in Mexico later this month. Rumors said that they're going to bring back Carlito. Carlito wasn't being offered enough money, so he turned them down. And now they're looking at Del Rio. And you see, the thing is about that, Del Rio's not coming back. He doesn't want to come back. He got all those racist comments thrown at him, and he's not going to come back. Like, with the whole allegations about him slapping the employee that said something racist to him, he wouldn't come back to the company that did that to him. Simple as that. WWE is interested in bringing him back, but it doesn't matter how much money they whore out, he's not going to do that. So that's just a dumb rumor that I felt like shooting down. We talked about John Cena leaving WWE already. Let's see what else we got here. If you don't, a wrestling site I advise to check out if you want to read good opinions on wrestling and editorials, check out whatculture.com. They have wrestling spoilers and news, obviously, but they have a lot of really good opinion articles that I've read. And it's just if you're a big wrestling fan like I am, it's a really good way to kill time. Sometimes you get into argumentative debates about people who have different ideas than you do, which is okay. But I mean, yeah, it's a really good site. Like, that's how I've learned about the John Cena taking time off and all hit news about the ratings and whatnot. So I definitely go there and check that out. Also, another wrestling dirt sheet site that I like to check out is PW Mania, where they put the majority of the spoilers on there, and they also have some pretty good editorial columns. Both of them are pretty decent when it comes to reliability in spoilers and stuff like that. I feel like What Culture is more editorial, whereas PW Mania has the majority of the right spoilers. Never take dirt sheets 100% for weird, of course, though. But yeah, I definitely check both those sites out. They're really good, and you can even offer to start writing for What Culture if you're really that interested in it. They have openings. You can post your articles there if you get accepted. I tried it. It's pretty good. So yeah, that's that. I'm still waiting for Chase to come back. What else is there going on? The rumors about Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar, or not Brock Lesnar, versus The Undertaker happened. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't know why that rumor is going around. If anything, Braun Strowman's the type of guy who'd be buried by Cena there. So, come on, Chase. Where are you at? Tell you what, I will be right back. I'm gonna kind of wait for Chase to come back. I'm sure he'll post out again. We're back live. I'm not gonna end the call or anything, but yeah. In the meantime, check out those two sites. Check out whatculture.com and PW Mania, and keep yourself entertained while Chase. Oh, he's back. Perfect.
Yes, I'm back. You were playing John Cena music.
Yeah, I was. I didn't know what to talk about at first, so I just started doing this over and over again.
Oh well, you know what? I have to probably take off the advertisement of this video. I don't want the copyright strike there.
Right. Oh, good.
Rebecca Olson asks, "Are Daniel Bryan Mark's gonna cry a bucket of tears if he retires?" Oh yeah, he's gonna cry a huge bucket of tears.
Wait, who asked?
Rebecca Olson.
Okay, I thought you said Michael Polston.
No, not Polston. I don't know him at all, really, to be honest. But yeah, Rebecca Olson asks, "Yeah, Daniel Bryan retired. It would be like it would be like one of the funniest moments in professional wrestling history. Like I'd be watching that moment over and over again because I don't know how fans would react to it."
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will be up in arms about it, but like I don't want to see the guy hurt himself if he really needs. I don't understand why wrestling fans are so obsessed over the guy that they're willing to put his health in the way for their needs. It's stupid. Like this coming from a guy who actually likes Daniel Bryan. Like, no, if he's hurt, he needs to retire, and you can cry all you want about it. You touch yourself at night. That's simply put.
I don't get those people that are just all about like, oh, fucking Daniel Bryan and stuff. I don't get it, man. How are you like a normal Daniel Bryan fan? You're not like a Daniel Bryan fan that like freaking like gets upset. Do you get upset when Daniel Bryan doesn't get his way like most Daniel Bryan fans?
I did at first, but looking back at it, it was the obvious choice. Like they needed to like make like take Roman Reigns for an example. Like if Bryan would have run that Rumble, that would have taken away from all the people who have actually been working that year. Like, Bryan took 8 months off. What business does he have winning it? At first, I was one of the guys who was like, oh, are you kidding me? Roman Reigns is winning. Fuck this. Daniel Bryan, blah, 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 blah. Then I looked back on it, and I realized, like, Daniel Bryan didn't earn that spot. And Roman, well, while he had the hernia injury, he was busting his ass before and after. So, I mean, it made sense. And I don't understand why people are just crying over Daniel Bryan all the time.
All right. I can take that as a fair response right there.
Definitely. Like I said, I like the guy. I like what he does. But like for an example, he has with his injuries, he has no business being in the main event anymore. If he wrestles Lesnar, he's gonna get hurt again. Like that's a given.
He's gonna die. He's going to die if he wrestles Lesnar. There's no denying that. He's going to die if he wrestles Brock Lesnar. There's no way he's going to survive that matchup.
Right. Like he's gonna take a German suplex to the neck, and he's gonna get paralyzed, and he's gonna die. And then Make-A-Wish powers activate, won't happen, and then yeah. WWE's gonna get sued or something. God forbid they have enough lawsuits.
CM Punk's lawsuit for sure there.
Oh, jeez. People are way too radical about CM Punk. They shouldn't even be talking about him in 2015, 2016.
Hey, man, he's making his MMA debut there soon.
That's true. I want to see it just to see it. I like Punk. I've always liked Punk, but like the people who are like super Punk fanboy and the people who are super anti-Punk, both the fanboys and the anti-fanboys piss me off so much. It's like the guy's not even in wrestling anymore, and quit talking shit, you know. Quit praising him.
Good in retelling. He helped the business, like by what, leaving it?
Yeah, like seriously. I get it.
NXT had results. Apollo Crews, our favorite, he's now the #1 contender for the NXT title. Smiling Crews.
Yeah. Finn Balor.
Let's go. Woo! That's Apollo Crews. Like, they should just give him Ezekiel Jackson's theme song. This here's what you call Apollo Crews. Like, you know, like, cause like he does like the Ezekiel Jackson woohoo and stuff like that. So they should just give him the theme song.
Mm-hmm. I can just imagine that, like Balor's going for his double foot stomp or whatever. He just no sells it, gets up just like 3 moonsaults and goes woohoo and pins him and becomes champion.
Oh, that'd be great.
Give them Shelton Benjamin's music. They won't know the difference.
Oh, that'd be great. John Benjamin moves, so they won't know the fucking difference.
Right.
T-bone suplex and shit. Oh, that's great. I love that.
Of course, he can't do a super kick. Like, he has to do a super kick. Everyone has one nowadays, right? Work rate.
His super kick actually sounds deadly. Like, when he fucking hits the super kick, it's just like shit.
Right. Although when he hits that thing he does, it does sound very cool. Like, you can hear just...
Like, the fucking pop on that, like, holy fucking shit. Like, he hits hard. Like, that's what I like about his, like, flashy movesets. Like, he actually hits hard.
Mm-hmm. His match with Tyler Breeze at, what was it, TakeOver? Like, was it Brooklyn or Respect? I don't remember.
Respect.
Okay, yeah, that was a good match. And he did a lot of flashy things that were really cool in that match. And then, afterwards, this little celebration. Woohoo! I beat Tyler Breeze, Apollo Nation.
Yeah!
No stopping me now.
Yeah! Apollo Crews for everybody. All right, guys, I think this will wrap up the Unprofessional Wrestling Show, episode number 1. I hope we were unprofessional enough for you guys. Don't worry. There will be more heads up. Every Friday, we will be doing the Unprofessional Wrestling Show. The way that the show is going to format is where we will talk about some of the events that happened on Raw, Impact, Smack. We don't have to watch these shows to know what's going on. You can read results. That's just how we're going to do it. We will talk about that, but we're also going to be talking about all the latest news and gossip in the WWE and see what they have to say and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do for the most part. It's going to be like a news and gossip show, kind of making fun of the wrestling, because wrestling should be made fun of because it's not really that professional. That's why it's the Unprofessional Wrestling Show. But thank you, Michael, my co-host, for joining me on this episode. Michael, where can the great people find you? Yeah, he's going to be with me every Friday, so deal with it, like Batista would say.
Yeah, deal with it. So yeah, my buddy Danny and I have a wrestling show called Midcard Madness on YouTube. You can check us out there. Follow me at Michael Future on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. I'm in the Rope Show chats usually. Also, work rate.
Work rate. All about the work. Yes. Show the people your work rate. Show them why you're on my channel. Work rate. Oh my God.
Work rate.
4 stars. 4 stars. That's almost 5 stars. You got to show the work rate.
All
about the work rate. All about the work rate here on the Chase Oliver channel. The work rate never stops. The work rate never stops here. Vital wins fight. You get
work rate.
We'll see you all next week. If you guys like me, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Check out the SoundCloud. I'm uploading the NBA preview podcast and a bunch of NBA podcasts heading in to the 2015-16 NBA season. Up right now is the Eastern Conference preview and predictions podcast. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all next time. Enjoy your day. Peace. Work rate.